Hello, good morning. This is Sammy. So today we are going to talk about Authensign, Webform Authensign. So without any delay, let's start. Authensign is one of the e-signing. So I believe every agent, when you prepare the offer, when you prepare the list, when you prepare the listing, so anything you have to use a signature. And right now, the Ontario is already approved. We are able to use electronic signature. So from today's training, I'm going to show you how to use Webform Authensign today. And the last training, did the training last Thursday. We did a training for how to prepare the offer. If you missed the training for the how to prepare the offer by Webform, I hope you can watch the previous video. And today we are going to log into Toronto MLS. This is the main page. After you log into MLS, just go click Webform Authensign. So they will lead you to here. So that is your Webform Authensign page. And recently, we are going to find the recent transactions. So this is transaction we made for last week. So that transaction is going to show you how to prepare the offer for the freehold. And once we click the transaction, we go to forms on the right. Always go forms on the right. And then you will see all the forms will be listed here. And last week we did a training. We filled the form, quickly filled the form 100, 320, and 801. 3 forms you need to send it to listing agent. So 1, 2, 3, just quickly select. So before select, I hope you can finish all the forms before you send it to your client. So that is 3 forms by 1 signature, Authensign. And the rest of the form, like 810, 300, that's a form you need to ask your client to sign by separate Authensign, because you need to keep that forms until the deal firmed. You can send it to our office deals department. So if not firm, so don't send it to deals department. Just put in your folder for at least 1 year. Okay, now we find the form 810, 100, and 320. So now we select the 3 forms and then go to basket here. Once you click a basket, you will see different option. So the first one is send it to new Authensign. Once you send it to new Authensign, all the form will automatically load here. So before we start the signing, first one, we need to check who need to sign in this transaction. So the system is already automatically select the first one, sender. So we click send add participant. Usually we click add from transaction. Little bit difficult to see it. Sender, add a participant, add from transaction. And we have a whole bunch of the people will be here. But as call op agent, we only take care our buyer. So we don't need to set up Authensign for the listing agent, for the seller, because it's listing agent's responsibility will take care of their parts for signing. So first I check myself, me as a call op agent. Next one, I check a buyer from this transaction. So because here is only 1 buyer, so I check only 1 person. If the transaction, they have 2 buyers, you will find another buyer. And then I will select. Once select, so call op agent and the buyer's name will be shown here. If you see they have like a circle explanation mark, so we will click because there's a email missing. So I will put email address for the buyer's email address and click update transaction contact. In the next time, the system will memorize the email. When you choose for this buyer, they are going to have automatically pop up the email. And of course, I believe lots of the people already rule is choose as a buyer. In case there's not a buyer, you have to manually select as buyer. And then I will click save. Everything is good. But before we go next, we need to add a Schedule B because usually the listing brokerage, listing agent said attach Schedule B with offer. So we go to MLS. So this is the MLS. And I will go to documents here. When you open document, quick check Schedule B. I will open Schedule B. And then before I save, I will put the buyer's name. I will put today's date. And then I will click save. And I click save. After I save, I will go to transaction, Authensign, and then select the second one. It's called document. It's very easy because this is navigation bar. First one, sender. Second one, signer. First one, document. Document, we have A01 from the Webform and 100 from Webform. 320 we have already select. But now we need a Schedule B. So we will go to add document from computer. I will click upload, click drag and drop, click the most recently, Schedule B. So now we have all the forms get ready. And the next one, we will start a signature or initial. So the system is will automatically place the signature in the transaction. You see here is a buyer signature. The system is already placed to here. And we just double check, making sure every signature initial is in the right spot. This is correct. Buyer initial, continue buyer initial. Yes, that's correct. And the buyer's signature and the buyer's signature. For here, it's authorized bonded to the cooperating brokerage. That means call off. It's a call off agent signature. For the Webform Authensign, the format, they always missing this signature. So every time we have to manually place the signature. So first click, you have to click first, and then click here, switch to buyer agent. This is a call off salesperson, buyer agent. So I will drag the signature in here, and for the date, because we don't need the date, we just delete. Yeah, you can adjust a little bit. Okay, so here it's already finished the signing. The next page, Schedule A. So Schedule A, most of the buyer, they said, I have no problem with the finance. So don't put the finance condition. Usually we still leave the finance condition here, but we will cross out. So the cross out, that means first is we have to let the buyer know the condition is here, but the buyer is willing to remove it, cross out. And the next one, we are going to show to the seller. The offer is supposed to have two conditions, finance and the home inspection. But the buyer willing to cross out. That means you should let the seller know the buyer is really serious interest for this property. So now I will show you how to use the cross out. First select, and then you see the line, just click line. If you click, they will have a border, and then they will become icon of the pen. I will cross out. So that is totally cross out. That means that this condition is no longer to exist. And the buyer willing to give up this condition. I will switch to the buyer's name and place the initial here. That means the buyer acknowledge to cross out this condition. And for the next one, I will do a little bit different because right now that they have 5 banking days for the home inspection. Maybe the buyer think about, I just want 2 days. I don't want to waste too much time. And I just want to, instead of 5, I just use 2 banking days. So I will use line to cross out 5. And I use the text box. Text box is on the top. I will put second banking days. That means in the second banking days, the buyer will make a decision. Either they want to go ahead or either they want to mutual release. And because the second is really difficult to see it, so I want to make something different. So use a highlight. So when you put a highlight, the color will become different color. It's easy to like different with the other sentence. So that means when the listing agent, when the seller, they easy to see, oh, they cross out 5, but they put 2. So I will put buyer's initial, or it's already. Because once you click, the initial will automatically come in. So if you have extra initial, that means that by mistake, you put more initials, just click and the trash bin, they will delete. I will put the initial here. That means the first one, the buyer not wanted the finance condition. The second one, the buyer want remove the 5 banking days, but they just need 2 banking days. So that means in the second banking day after accept the offer, the buyer will make decision either they want to go ahead, either they want to mutual release. So that is pretty normal. But right now, usually we just leave all the conditions there. So just keep going. Everything is pretty straightforward. We keep going. So when the call of 320, we see the call of buyer brokerage initial is missing. That means as a buyer agent, we need initial here, but here is missing from the template. So I have to manually place my initial here. Switch to buyer agent's name and drag the initial to the call of salesperson initial spot. Okay, finish. And every time the Authensign Webform Authensign, they always put multiple because we are not from the same brokerage. We are not multiple representation. So we have to delete the multiple from here. Remember, I have to double check every time because for sure, the 100%, they will put buyer's initial is automatically. And then we keep go schedule B because we already filled the information before we save it. So schedule B will be here, but of course, the schedule B initial is missing. So we have to manually switch to the buyer, and then we have to place the initial here. They have a 2 page for the schedule B. We have to put 2 initials. And then we go back slowly to double check, making sure every initial signature is in the right spot. And we don't missing any initial or any signature. So usually I will suggest you double check at least 3 times. We finish the first time, we go back, second time. And after that, take maybe 1 or 2 minutes break and go with the third time, double check. Because you don't want to send it to leasing agent, the leasing agent accept the offer, but there's some initial, some signature is missing because we don't double check the file. So not only check the initial, but also check the wording or check the date, check the irrevocable, quickly check and see there's anything you made a mistake before you send, you can change, but after you send it to leasing agent, you cannot change. And okay, we finished 3 times, double check. Now I will go use next, send it to the my buyer and myself. Click next. And after you click next, don't do anything here. But some agent will say, oh, do I need to change it to today, tomorrow, what time? So just so bypass for this part, just click send. Once you click send, first you need to go to your email. Once you go to your email, you are going to receive the signature. So I will click start signing, and I will click accept. Because this is as a buyer, as a buyer side, I will click, just by click, they will confirm the initial or signatures. Complete. And then I will close this window. After I close this window, I will go to the next email. Oops, advertising. Okay, next email. Start the signing, accept. This is as agent. Call up agent 1, 2, and 3. Complete. So now we finished 2 signing. 1 is as a call up agent. 1 is as a buyer. So once you finish, you will see your email is called the signing update. There's 1 update, 2 update. We just wait for a few seconds. They will come out the final signed document. There's 2 ways you can find the signing document. The first way, we go to Webform, Authensign, and we will click here, the Authensign, and we will click the document. We will see, is there any buyer or anyone not finished the signing? In case the buyer, they are not finished the signing, so we have to call, we have to let the buyer know, we just send you the email, please check the email and quickly to sign for this document. But if the buyer told you, oh, I didn't receive any email. So you can change from here. Maybe you're spelling wrong for the email. For example, it's .com. You just write .co or .ca. So they won't send it to that person. So yeah, you can manually change from here because this is already accepted. So I cannot change. But if there's something wrong, you can manually change from here. I will go back one more time. This is Webform Authensign. Once you send, you can click Authensign. You can click the document. You can change from here. And once everybody signed, you see everybody approved. That means the status is complete. So we can see here it's complete. Once complete, we go to email. The email you will see is called signing complete email. So once I go to the email signing complete, I can download the copy in the one document from here, just send I will download, make a sample. This is in the download. This is the offer. Okay, I will save it. So once I save it, I will send it to listing agent. Let's say new email. I just make the fake one because I don't want to send it to the real listing agent. And I will do regarding offer for and then I will write down let me yeah, just very easy, just like a very, very simple email. And you can attach file, find the offer, and open, and send to listing agent. That's it. And sometimes there's multiple offer. You need to register offer to the broker page. So I will show you how to register offer. Once I open the signed, you see the signing complete. Once I open the signing complete email, you will see on the top, they have a separate document. First one is called 801. So you can download 801 to your computer. Once you download to the computer, I will go to MLS. This is the MLS. I will go to broker bay, MLS broker bay from here. Once I open the broker bay, you will see the register offer. I will attach document. That document is 801. Remember, we just download from the computer. It's only 801. It's not a full document. The 801 you will find from here, the separate document. The whole document in the one PDF is here. So that is a little bit different because when we send it to listing agent, we want to send all the documents together, will be here. And when you register the offer, you need to register 801 only. So we just download the 801. We register the offer from broker bay. Yeah, broker bay, let's see, maybe irrevocable by tomorrow. And the time, 11:59. First, we found 11 p.m. and then we go 59, 11:59. And I attach schedule B and the register offer. Because this is not a real, I will not click register offer, but the process is exactly same when you register offer. Okay, now we get everything done. And let's say the listing agent send offer back. Sometimes we send the offer to listing agent, the listing agent present it to the seller, and the seller send the offer back. So what we should to do? So when the listing agent send the offer back to you, let's say this is the offer. Listing agent send it back to me. So first I will download the offer first. I download too many this offer, but anyway, so I download the offer first. I make the different name. I just to see that different with other offers. Okay, so when I receive the offer from the listing agent, so I need to talk to my buyer. If the buyer said, oh, okay, we can accept the offer, or maybe we need to send back, whatever. So your buyer will have one is send back, one is accept the offer. So we go to Toronto MLS. When you log into MLS, click Webform, Authensign. When you wanted to accept the offer, let's say. Webform Authensign. And then I will go the third one. Third one is called the Authensign. So here will help you to easy to see what is the icon. So the third one is Authensign. And I will click here, add 36. Whatever the name you can make. So I will save. Once I save, the first one, I need to find the document. Remember, the listing agent send the offer back to me. I'm represent the buyer as a buyer agent. I receive the offer, download to my computer. And when I download to the computer, I put a different name. So easy to know which one is the most recent offer. When I open, after open, I need to find sender because I need my buyer come to this transaction. I search the buyer's name. See, this is the buyer. And I will select buyer. From the row, I will not use the row because when you use the row, you have problem. Okay, when you add a seller, remember, don't apply the rule because this is a sandbag offer. It's not the first time. So just don't apply the rule, just leave blank. So you don't need to put it yourself because you already have an initial, have a signature with buyer agent. So now we just need to accept the offer. Let's say the listing agent, they send everything, they cross out the price. So your buyer have to have a pair of the initial. So I think everybody already know how to do that. And then your buyer just see whatever the change. If they agree, just do the initial. And then finally, your buyer accept the offer. So I will put signature here and the date, because the time, when you put the time, you have 2 ways to do. First one, use the text box, write down the time. Let's say right now it's almost like 11:30 a.m. So that is the one way you can write down the accept the time. Second one, I will select the signature of my buyer. I will click time stamp. When you click the time stamp, you will see this is a time based on the system. Whatever, when your buyer click the signature, the time will automatically come out. So that is the, automatically time. And once everything done, you just double check, make sure all the initial signature is in the right spot in the pair to the seller's initial. And then I will go next. It's the same step. When I go next, and the buyer will receive the email, click, buyer will send the document. Once the buyer sent, I will find from my email from the web form. And then I will send it to listing agent to accept the offer. So this is a very, very common practice. One is prepare the offer. Second one, accept the offer. So I hope, I hope you can, you know how to do the prepare the offer. And if the listing agent send back the offer, how your buyer can either counter back, send back, either they accept the offer. So if you know how to do that, it's going to be 80%. You have no problem with the offer. The last one, maybe I will show you how to do the waiver, because remember we have 2 days for the home inspection condition. Let's say your buyer found a home inspector, everything is good within the 2 days, and today is last day, and you need to ask your buyer to do the waiver or notice of fulfillment. So I will go the transaction. I hope everybody know how can we get in the web form, right? Always from the front page, go to web form Authensign, click dashboard. And when you open the dashboard, you will see the transaction you just made. And once you go to transaction, click forms. Once you click forms, you will see our office. We already built in the form. It's called notice of fulfillment condition. So before I open this form, I will quickly go 100. The reason is I need to copy the condition. Go to 100. Go to offer condition for the finance. Of course, if you have 2 conditions, you can copy 2 conditions together. But if you don't have a 2 condition like this offer, we just delete the first finance condition. We just leave the home inspection 2 banking days. So we copy this condition, copy, and then we go to forms, click a transaction form. We found the form is called 124, Notice of Fulfillment. Okay, we find the notice of fulfillment. We click the form, click. And we just paste the condition. That's it. But remember, we change 5 banking days to 2 banking days. So we have to manually change here, making sure the condition is exactly same. And the date at, this is a place, like your buyer right now in Toronto. I will say Toronto, maybe Markham, Richmond Hill. But sometimes a buyer is overseas, like a US, like China. So we will use where you prepare the waiver, where you prepare the notice of fulfillment location. Let's say I prepare the notice of fulfillment in Markham, but the buyer may be in whatever the world. So I will put a Markham. And the date, time, so same thing, we will use Authensign. Authensign will be here. It's very easy, quick. You can go to Authensign. Let your buyer to sign it. And let's see, everything is good. If you have one condition, just one condition, notice of fulfillment. I will go to send it to Authensign. And the same thing, because only need a buyer signature. So I put buyer's name. And then I will close. When I put the buyer's name, clicked document, I will drag the signature here. And I move the date a little bit right in the right spot. And here we need to put more date. You have 2 ways. Remember, we can use a text box, or we can use auto time. You see the auto time from here. We select the name. We check the time stamp. And then we need one more. We need one more date. So I will use here auto date. Okay, now finish for the acknowledge. Acknowledge is listing agent will receive the acknowledge, either the seller, either listing agent, either based on their policy, sometimes their office. Usually it's listing agent will acknowledge and send it back to me. So that is the waiver notice of fulfillment, how to prepare and use Authensign. Just go next. So it's the same as like we already done before. Okay, so I will maybe send. Okay, we just learn how to use a Webform, do the Authensign. We just learn how to use Authensign to send a document, the listing agent send it back to me. The buyer maybe accept, maybe send back. And also we learned how to use Authensign, prepare waiver, prepare the notice of fulfillment, even prepare the amendment. It's the same thing. Either mutual release, whatever any document, you just go to transaction and then you search, go to forms, you can find, let's say waiver, we already have waiver, notice of fulfillment, we already have a notice of fulfillment, amendment, system is already built in, so you can use this form to do any amendment. If mutual release, we don't want really to see the mutual release, but sometimes it happen. So you go to here and then click add, click mutual release 122. So if you memorize the number, just 122, mutual release Toronto. And if you don't memorize the number, just write down mutual release. They will come out the form. We use the Toronto form. If you're the Oakville bot, Mississauga bot, you use Ontario form. Okay, so that is very easy, and we use different way to use Authensign. And of course, we know some agent, they may have their personal staff to want to use Authensign. It's still you can use, same thing. We just go to Webform, we go to Authensign and add, let's say maybe your anything, like maybe you need a signed document for your kids. Just save and upload document from here. Once you upload, you can put who is going to be signed and the same thing. So we hope you can use everything related to the real estate, but any personal things, stuff, you still can, nobody is saying you cannot. Okay, so we almost finished, 39 minutes. I think it's really simple for use of Webform Authensign. And we still have a lot of people wanted to see and compare scale slope. Because some people, they said, oh, I see there's two systems. One is Webform for many, many years. But recently we see there's one is called scale slope. So this Saturday, Calvin will show you how to use a scale slope for the DocuSign. Why we need to learn the both. Some agents said, I just learn one is good enough. So the reason you learn the both, because right now we don't know when the system done. Sometimes the Webform or Authensign, the system done. But you still need to prepare the offer right now. You go to Authensign, cannot open because the server, they have a problem. And we have too many times it's happened, and the agent is really want to prepare the offer for Authensign, cannot use Authensign. So they have to print out, they have to scan, they have to send it to the client maybe the client, they don't have a printer, they cannot scan, they have to physically to find the buyer, find the seller to send a document. So we don't want to waste the time because right now technology is already, help us to save the time, save the paper. So in case web form done, you can use a SCASLO. Because of the web form, we use Authensign. Authensign right now is not free, but for all office, we use Long Wolf, include Authensign. It's free for all office agent. But if the other office, if they don't have this product, they will not for free. So that's why we can use Authensign for free in the trap right now, because our office, we have the Long Wolf this product. And for the SCASLO, they use DocuSign. DocuSign and Authensign, they have a totally two different software. And if you use a web form Authensign in China, you use a computer, you cannot open because they block. But if you use a DocuSign in China, you can open it. So that's why we have some agent, they said why we go vacation in some country, maybe go back to China, there's a problem to do the web form to even go to Toronto MLS. So learn the both system is not difficult, can help you when you really need. This is Saturday. Calvin will show everybody how to use the SCASLO. Okay, let's see. We have any question? We have any question come out? Because it's straightforward. I don't think there's a complicated. Okay, I don't see any question. Chart, where's chart? Okay, nothing have a chart. We have very less people coming in today. Some agent I know is not a new agent, is in the business for many years. I think maybe everybody want to refresh. And so, because right now the market is not too hot, I hope everyone, you can just go to any listing, trying to play around by web form, prepare the offer, even that's not a real offer, prepare the offer, just do use Authensign, see how is that a feeling. If you are senior agent, like I get a call yesterday evening, almost like 11 or 10 o'clock. And the agent is in the business for more than 30 years. So he called, said, oh, I didn't use the Authensign for the long time. Now there's a one offer I need to send, but I just stuck. I don't know, everything totally forget. So trying to just play around, don't forget, it's not too many deal, you will forget how to use it. And at the same time, play around with the SCASLO. And if you have any question, just can feel free to ask us. Okay, so we will stop here. It's almost 11:45. I think lots of people will prepare for the lunch. And thank you for coming. Enjoy the Thursday. Yes.